"I need to talk to the gray man," he said. "It'll only take a minute," I griped, leaping over a stack of boxes sitting on the sidewalk. The toe of my boot clipped the cardboard mountain, sending me crashing to the ground. I landed heavily on my knees, an oomph escaping my lips. From my place on the cold concrete, I added, "Who knew he'd be so damn touchy about being accused of stalking and murdering women at night?" Gritting his teeth, my partner, Sawyer, stopped and helped me up. "Can we talk about this later?" He glanced over his shoulder, and I didn't have to look to know that the lengthening shadow of the gray man was splashed onto the pavement. Sawyer hooked his hand under my arm and urged me forward with his palm between my shoulder blades. "Go!" "What the hell is that guy anyway?" I panted, rats scattering as we passed. We were running through the dark, empty streets of Buxton, somewhere south of Wheeler Street, which was colloquially known as Hell. Crack houses, brothels, and addicts were on every other corner, the old red brick industrial buildings looming into the night sky. For l'amor. My knees and ankles jarred as we started down a steep one-car-wide alley. "In English, please?" "He's a supernatural creature who's said to haunt Ben Macdui in Scotland. He uses fear as a weapon. He literally taps into people's heads, finds out their greatest fears, and scares them to death." "What the hell is he doing here in the U.S., then?" I yanked my head around when I heard the groan of metal against asphalt. Shit. A dumpster had just been sent careening down the road behind us. There was no way I was going to outrun 2,000 pounds of trash and steel, no matter how awesome I thought I was. "On 3, we jump," Sawyer panted between gritted teeth. Doing one more shoulder check, he started the count. 1, 2, 3. I dove off to one side, narrowly missing an up-close and personal introduction with the side of the dumpster. A shower of sparks was sent into the air as the metal container crashed into the damp brick wall of a nearby building. After watching it grind to a halt, I searched the other side of the narrow stretch of asphalt. Sawyer was getting to his feet, brushing off the heels of his palms on his slacks. "Are you okay?" He ran worried eyes over my body, then strode forward, touching my hairline. I sucked in a hissed breath. "You're bleeding." Not the first time someone has tried to kill me. Death by dumpster, though? That's new. At his growly disapproval, I wiped a shaking hand over my forehead, a smudge of red smearing across my skin. "How many fingers am I holding up?" Unable to help myself, I flashed him a one-finger salute. "How many am I holding up?" "I'm fine. See? Up, walking, talking. Fine." "Bleeding," he ground out in a snarl. The hairs on the back of my neck suddenly prickled in warning, and the opal resting against my heart started to pulse with unnatural heat. The necklace was given to me by my father, who made me promise never to take it off. He told me it would always protect me, and his words had proven true so far, warning me when danger was near. I turned, my breath hovering in front of my mouth. Looming at the top of the street was a figure. 10 feet tall, long-limbed. It was a creature of nightmares, an equivalent to the boogeyman. The longer I stared at him, the dread filled me, threatening to overflow in an epic display of sobbing and cowering. "Come on," Sawyer hissed, taking me by the hand and pulling me down the road. The gray man glided closer. I was scanning the street, looking for somewhere we could hide, when I noticed that a steel door covered in graffiti was slightly ajar. Without warning Sawyer, I veered off to the left and yanked the door open. My partner-cum-roommate-cum-consort, it's a long story, followed and slammed the metal door shut behind us. A complex-sounding lock automatically engaged, the final loud snick ominous in the suffocating darkness. "We need to find another way out of here," Sawyer announced, like I hadn't already come to that conclusion. I peered into the dark room we'd found ourselves in. Since there were no windows anywhere, it was pitch black and every inch as scary as I expected it to be. Cold air blasted under the door, the frigid wind seeping through the legs of my jeans and making me shiver. Sawyer took my hand suddenly, and I jumped. Jesus! You scared me.